Can't keep my hands to myself. Hands to myself. Can't keep my hands to myself. Hands to myself.
Welcome, lovelies, to my channel. If you don't know me already, well, here's my little intro. It's been a while, yes, I know. I always say that in every video, and I always say that also in every video. But this is going to be my new video, or my first video for 2016. This is going to be the beauty favorites of last year, 2015. So what better way to start out the year by showing you what I loved last year. So in some kind of particular order, I'm going to start off with like face and then eyes, like everyone else has been doing it. I know this video is kind of late. It's almost, the end of January. But like everyone else says, better late than never, right? Because I barely put out videos and I think it's time. If I sound a little bit far, it's because I'm kind of playing around with the settings of the camera, lighting, space, all that good stuff. Because again, as you guys can probably tell, my video quality is a little bit better, actually a lot better now. But again, I'm not. My boyfriend is being super kind in investing a lot of in the equipment that we're using for my filming purposes, so we're trying to figure things out. We're new at this, okay, y'all? So first off, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my favorite primer of all time. Yes, I only have one, surprisingly. It is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Oil Free Primer. It's one I think has SPF 15. Yes, it does have SPF 15. Hopefully you guys can see this. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. And hopefully you're not bothered by my overgrown gel nails. Sorry, it was my first ever time getting gel nails. This primer is super, it's just super smooth. Like, I don't understand like how this works for oily skin, because it kind of has that like greasy feeling when you first apply it, but once it's actually on your face, your makeup applies seamlessly, effortlessly. And of course, those who have acne prone skin, this is actually really great for acne prone skin because it supposedly heals it over time. It doesn't have salicylic acid in it, so I'm not sure what ingredient specifically in this primer has that like effect for acne prone skin. But I have acne prone skin and I love this primer so much. Yes, I would spend the $52 on it. Actually, probably I'll wait for that Sephora VIP Rouge sale and I'll buy it, because this is, like I mentioned, $52, so it's a splurge, and I can't believe a $52 primer is my favorite primer. Next up, I'm going with foundations. This one, surprisingly, I don't know how this became my favorite foundation of 2015. I'm like seriously almost done. I'm like right here. It's the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I'm in the color Punjab. This foundation is really great for normal to combination skin types. I wouldn't say it's best for dry skin, only because it might cling on to dry patches, and I wouldn't suggest it for super oily skin because you might hate the dewiness that it gives off. This is a medium to full coverage foundation, so depending on what kind of coverage you're looking for, you can build it up just depending how you apply it, and of course what kind of technique or tool you're applying it with. I wouldn't say the Beauty Blender is great for this foundation, so use it with like a synthetic brush or something that has more of a dense brush. This foundation actually really caught me by surprise. This was recommended by one of my best friends, Brittany. She was wearing this during one of these rave concerts that we go to, like on a, not daily, I almost said daily basis, but on like a seasonal basis. And she was like literally matte the whole day, and I'm like, what the hell are you wearing? Like, I need to look like that at the end of the day. And she pulled this out. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I got the color, 106 Sun Beige. It's a little bit darker than me naturally, but it's okay. This was under 15, I believe it was under 15. Hopefully it was under 15, because I would never buy a drugstore foundation for $15. But again, it's a pro matte foundation. It's a demi matte finish, so just like the NARS foundation, it's not super matte, nor is it super dewy. Its name, it is matte. So it's more of a satin finish, which again I love. This is more on the full coverage side, so if you're looking for something that can cover up scarring from acne, which I have, this is perfect for that. And this lasted me in the Philippines. This is the reason why I bought it, and the reason why I got it for a deeper shade is because I knew that I needed something that was going to last through humidity, sweat, and of course just give me a matte finish, because in the Philippines I'm like disco ball. Although this is a full coverage foundation, it's pretty lightweight for something that's matte and like a full coverage foundation. It's also oil free, so thank God it's not gonna clog my pores. So that's why I was very surprised that I fell in love with this in the year 2015, because a lot of drugstore foundations tend to clog my pores, and I never realize it until I break out. I've mentioned this in my favorites videos beforehand. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette, or yeah, Ambient Lighting Palette. It comes with dim light. Oh god, if I can open this. Let me just try not to blind you. It comes in dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light. So it has two highlighting shades that have a little bit more of a shimmer, and then the other one is dim light, which is more of a matte finish. I used this one, as you can see, I used it till it's already hit pan, but I use it for my under eye, or to set my under eye, and the other two to kind of just give me that nice radiant glow. The Becca Cosmetics Champagne Glow by Jaclyn Hill, or Champagne Glow, Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill. I swear, I converted. You guys can't really see the color, it's kind of getting washed out by the actual ring light here, but it is a beautiful, I want to say, golden peach color. I have it on currently right now. Hopefully you guys can see it. If not, then damn, I'm just wasting my money. But yeah, this is $38. So that's why I was like hoping this would work out for me, because otherwise I'm like, back to the store it goes. I love this highlighter. I use it, highlighter. Did I just say that? I love this highlighter. I use it to bridge my nose, on my nose. I use it like right here in my cupid's bow, highlight for my cheekbones, highlight for my eyebrows, highlight for the inner corner of the eyes. I don't understand why I'm highlighting so much right now, but yep, this is kind of, it's the winner for this 2015. Seriously. Alright, I'm not sure if any of you guys have watched my winter favorites. If you haven't, or I think it was my fall favorites. My fall favorites. If you haven't already, I will tag it down below, or I will kind of send out a link down below, so that way you guys can see that I don't wear blush. One of the questions was like, what was your favorite fall blush? And I don't wear blush. I don't know why. I buy so much of it, but I just don't wear it. The City Color Cosmetics one. It's called the B Matte Bronzer. This one specifically shown as the chocolate truffle one. This is actually really, really opaque, and it's probably one of the darkest bronzers that they have. I love this bronzer. I use so little because I'm pretty like light medium. I don't use as much, so a lot goes a long way with this one. I believe it was like $6 less than that, but for a bronzer that comes off really opaque, that I don't need a lot of, the packaging is, it could be better, but again, City Color Cosmetics, I'm sorry, I'm going out of focus. Trying to work with this here. So going on to eyeshadows, this is probably the most, or the least eyeshadows that I have, but my favorite of them all. It's in my Sephora Z palette, and it's the Makeup Forever eyeshadows, the new ones. They are like, I don't know, $20 a piece. It's pretty pricey, but they lessen once you actually like accumulate, or if you buy them in bulk, they kind of go down in price, which is a good thing. But these are my favorite eyeshadows probably of all time for 2015, because they blend so seamlessly. I think I'm flicking you guys off. I'm so sorry. ColourPop Cosmetics was probably the best find that I could ever find in 2015, because these shadows are amazing. Like, yeah, that face that I just made, like, that was, you guys, it's, I don't even know what to say about it. Like, these, like, ugh. See, I'm like so flustered because these Super Shock, I can't even talk anymore. These Super Shock eyeshadows from ColourPop are not only super affordable, but their pigmentation on these bad boys are, I already said amazing how many times already. I don't know if the camera's gonna really pick it up, but it's just, this shadow is super pigmented. The way that it, like, picks up, it feels like a nice bouncy cream gel consistency, but once it's on your face, it's a powder. So I don't understand how that happens. I don't know how ColourPop made that happen, but yeah. And these shadows are like, what, $6? Like, come on. Like, shadows like this in Sephora or like MAC are probably going to be more than $30. Let's be real. Another find, this was actually discovered at Fame Expo. It's the Violet Voss Glitters. This specific color is in Rosalind. I'm not going to swatch it because gets really messy. That's probably the only con I have about this is because I'm pretty messy when it comes to my glitters. But the Violet Voss glitters, oh, so amazing. I want to say they were like $8-9 a piece. The best place to get them is at like conventions like IMATS and Fame Expo, but if you get your hands on it, get your hands on Rosalind because it's that perfect like rose pigment ever. Another eyeshadow line that I really love is the Urban Decay eyeshadows, but the specific one that I'm talking about are called like Moondust or Moonstar. I think it's called Moondust. Moondust eyeshadows. This specific shade, Solstice, is the bomb. Seriously, this is the color, or this is the shadow of the year for me, or for 2015. This shadow like reflects red, brown, green, I don't even know, but the shadow is just amazing. It was a little pricey. Let's be real, it was probably like 24 bucks. Again, that's why I mentioned it is a little bit more on the higher end, but I only got this specific one for the specific color. Another thing for the eyes, this one again I was very surprised. When it comes to cheaper like high-end brands, I kind of get skeptical because sometimes they work and sometimes they're just like eh. This is the Sephora, what is this? The Sephora crayon, why is that backwards? Whatever. This is the Sephora Jumbo Liner, the 12-hour wear crayon. As you can see, it's like a huge jumbo liner. I use it specifically for a base for eyeshadow. This thing is super glittery. I love it, and it glides on so smoothly. I don't know if you guys can pick that up. Hopefully the camera will pick it up. And once it's on, it's on. Like, it doesn't move. Like, unless you want to kind of smudge it out, it would suggest smudging it out as soon as it's on your eyes. But you can wear this alone or put it as a base for your glitter eyeshadows. It will keep it on all day. Okay, last thing for the eyes, 2 more items, is my favorite eyeliner of the year is the NARS Larger Than Life eyeliner in the color Via Veneto. It's basically just a black. I use this for tight lining, water lining, sometimes to smudge out on my actual lid. This liner changed my life only because it just doesn't move. Like, I could try to remove it like when at the end of my day. This thing is still on like the day after or the morning after. This mascara I'm actually currently wearing right now. This is just a minier version because I love the minier version. It's the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This mascara I was very skeptical in buying because everyone raved about it. I didn't want to be like everybody else, but guess what? We're going to be like everybody else and we're going to have nice voluminous sexy lashes like everybody else. So 23 bucks for this. Love it. I don't understand why it took me so long to hop on the wagon. I hopped on it and I'm in love. Thank you. I have actually 3 lip liner brands that are probably my favorite. That were my favorite for the year 2015, and it is, I'm going to mention this only because again it is or was my favorite lip liners. The only reason why I'm saying was because I believe MAC has discontinued these lip liners. It's the cream stick liners, and this specific color is in Portside. It's not necessarily the specific color that I was in love with for 2015. It's actually the whole line, or every color that was in that specific line, the cream stick liners. I don't know why MAC's discontinuing it. It was like the creamiest liner ever. It didn't budge when it was on, but to put it on, it was super smooth. Not only that, it was like, I don't want to say it was waterproof, but its application was super easy, and because it was retractable, again, super easy just to apply, twist up, apply, you're good to go. Because the cream stick liners were discontinued, I went ahead and ventured out into the other lip liners that MAC carries or has to offer, and the Pro Longwear actually became my favorites of 2015 as well, because again, it was, I guess, the only option I had. No, not just kidding. But because the Pro liners are actually more waterproof, I don't even know if that makes sense, but they are waterproof, like they don't budge at all. And then also the way that they glide on, it was super smooth. The only downfall that I had to it was just that you need a sharpener with it, and that's just me being lazy. But other than that, the Pro Longwear lip liners from MAC are amazing. Other lip products that I have is actually what is on my lips right now. It is the Chocolate Honey Too Faced what is it? The Too Faced Melted Chocolate, the liquid lipsticks, and the color that I'm wearing is in Chocolate Honey. They also have the regular line, which I'm in love with as well, but the one that I'm wearing currently right now is this one, the new one, part of the new line. So these were probably my favorite for 2015 because everyone was into the like matte lip stains and like the liquid lipsticks that dried on matte. Don't get me wrong, I was too. I had a lot of favorites, but I really had to narrow it down to my actual really good favorites. And I noticed that I always kept wearing these because they were like super hydrating. If you just put like a lip insurance primer underneath from Too Faced yet again, they go on more of like a satin finish. It wasn't super wet looking and it didn't look like your lips were chapped. So this is why this is going to be in my 2015 favorites, because it's just, I love it. It's for everybody, honestly. Just put that matte primer underneath, wear this, and you're good to go. I mean, again, it's not going to be super matte, but at the same time, it's not going to be super dry for you. That's lippy. Like I mentioned, everyone's into the ultra matte lip stuff and like the liquid lipstick. Again, I'm not bashing it at all because I, for one, like can vouch. I wore liquid lipsticks almost every day, even on my days off. That's what I was wearing. And the ColourPop lipsticks, or ColourPop liquid lipsticks, or ultra matte lipsticks, probably won the liquid lipsticks of the year for 2015, only because it is super cheap. The color range, like all the different varieties of colors that they have, it's just beyond, I don't even know. They have so much, and like I mentioned, the price, you cannot beat it. I'll mention though, it is super matte. Like this is the one thing that you might need to kind of hydrate your lips underneath. Oh my gosh, the doorbell just rang and I was on a roll. This is the one that you probably have to wear a hydrating balm underneath. Not too hydrating because otherwise it will kind of feather out. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm going out of focus. But yes, the ultra matte lipsticks from ColourPop Cosmetics, you won me for this year. Alright lovelies, thank you so much for sticking around. I know this video is super long. Again, I had to put everything out there that I love for 2015. There's a lot of things that I discovered this year, and I hope that you guys discover it for the upcoming year. I'll see you in my next video, whatever that may be. Actually, it might be or will be a skincare 2015 favorites, so watch out for that. I'll see you next time. Bye lovelies.